Reports say automaker Stellantis is looking at building Chinese electric vehicles at a Brampton plant. The idea is getting criticism from Ontario Premier Doug Ford and the union president. Greg Ross has more.
This assembly plant in Brampton is currently vacant. It's owned by the Stellantis Corporation. As first reported by Bloomberg, the company is discussing options with a partner in China to start assembling Chinese Leapmotor EVs here.
It's completely unacceptable for our plant. It's not the answer.
Vito Beato is the president of Unifor Local 1285, which represents thousands of auto workers at this plant who are currently out of a job. He says the option Stellantis is reportedly considering would essentially mean bringing parts and vehicles, mostly manufactured in China, here to this plant to be completed.
It's a small fraction of what we normally do. It's a small fraction of what our auto industry has done for over 100 years.
He says thousands of workers would permanently be out of a job. The union says it wouldn't only be the thousands of workers that they represent here at this plant in Brampton that would be impacted by an agreement like this.
We're talking about a parts supplier base that would be decimated. We're talking about no paint shop. We're talking about no body shop. We're talking about no trades.
The federal government gave Stellantis hundreds of millions of dollars to retool this building with plans to start assembling Chrysler's Jeep Compass here. That plan changed when the U.S. government began imposing tariffs on Canadian-made vehicles last year. Stellantis has since moved the assembly of the Jeep Compass to a plant in Illinois.
We have a commitment with the company. We got a negotiated deal with the company that we both agreed upon, and that's what we're going to continue to push. And they have the same commitments with the provincial and federal government. This proposal, or this plan, is a far cry from that.
In an agreement with the federal government, Stellantis is obligated to keep the assembly plant in Brampton open until 2035. A representative from the automaker told CBC News they are actively evaluating future programs for Brampton with the objective to ensure that any investment decision is sustainable and a long-term commitment that supports workers and suppliers. Greg Ross, CBC News, Brampton.
Let's get some reaction now from someone who works at the plant. Vito Beato is president of Unifor Local 1285. That's the plant that represents workers at the Stellantis factory in Brampton. Vito, it's good to have you on the show.
Thank you very much. Happy to be here. Thank you.
So when you read these headlines and you heard Premier Ford talking about this, and he's upset, your union is calling this a grave concern, or at least you have grave concerns. Why?
So when you look at this article and this kitting proposal that everyone's talking about, it doesn't add up to what we're used to doing. Our Brampton assembly plant has 3,000 members and thousands of more in the parts supplier base. This kitting proposal would only employ 200-300 people. And at the same time, when you look at what we do as far as our auto industry is concerned in our Brampton assembly plant, there would be no body shop. There would be no stamping facility. We wouldn't be painting anything. We wouldn't be welding anything. There would be no trades. The parts supplier base would be gone. Even the dealerships would be affected. So this would decimate our auto industry and decimate how we do business out of the Brampton assembly plant. And that's not a good thing. It's unacceptable, and definitely have grave concern. This is not something that any government should be looking at or approving or thinking that it's a good idea.
Yeah. Important to say, this is, based on an article, the details are not, fleshed out in any way at this point, though, as I point out, it is already getting political reaction. So you and others are taking it very seriously, the idea that this is even a conversation that is happening. You talk about, you would anticipate, based on what you've read, this employing only 200 to 300 people. Talk to me about how many people are waiting to get back to work.
Yeah, like I said, our Brampton assembly plant employs 3,000 people. We've been idle since the end of 2023. We have been very successful in our time at Brampton. We are the bedrock of that community. Every model that we built has done well. We finished off building our muscle cars, the Challenger, Charger, and 300. And for the past 29 months now, we've been waiting to get back to work. Our members are concerned. Our members are worried. Our members want to get back to work and do what we do best and build cars. And that's 3,000 members. And we're ready to go. I mean, we've been idle for this long. Our plant has been retooling for the Jeep Compass, and that's what we're going to push the company to get us back to, because that's what we negotiated. not only with us, the union, but also with the provincial and federal governments. So we're ready to go. We got robots to stamp to the ground. We got the stuff ready. And when we talk about building cars, that's what we want to do and know how we do that. And we do it well. So if we want to build cars, we can do it right now. And we should get to do that and never mind this kidding stuff.
Yeah, so planned kit assembly, I just want to make sure that that is well defined here. We're talking about parts being made elsewhere, comes in like a kit, and someone in Canada is then, if this were to be the case, just puts it together. From your standpoint, and I think I know the answer here, but quality-wise, do you feel like a car can be built at a high-quality level if it is done that way?
Listen, we can build high-quality cars the way we've been doing it for over 100 years and the way Brampton's been doing it. This proposal and this system decimates our industry, decimates our supplier base, decimates our members in the plant, won't allow us to stamp cars, won't allow us to paint cars, weld cars, you name it, our skilled trades. It takes away from workers, and it takes away what we do best, and that's build cars. This proposal doesn't do any of that.
Yeah.
It only employs
so
200-300 members, and it's like an IKEA system where, you know, you get a box and you put stuff together like a table. That's what this system is all about, and we can't do that. It's unacceptable.
Right, and so, but from a consumer point of view, what I'm asking is the car of equal quality?
I would say that if it's built here, it would be of good quality. When it comes from, you know, overseas, there's definitely some questions there. But when you look at, you know, what we want to do here and what we've been doing here, I mean, the government's got some work to do. When you look at their auto strategy, we want to make sure that, and if we sell here, you build here. And we want to make sure that the governments are looking at, you know, Stellantis, a Ford, a GM, a Honda, a Toyota. These are the companies that build here and sell here, and we need government to protect those companies, because when they protect those companies, they're protecting us workers and making sure that we do what we do best and build the cars. And that's what's got to be at the forefront of this auto strategy is workers and the easy slogan of, if you sell here, you got to build here.
Right. Take your point. What would you say to someone who says this is how things are going? Stellantis is a company that is looking to profit, and if they feel like this is the less or the more profitable way for them to go, that's how industry works. What's your response to that?
My response to that would be this. When we were building cars in Brampton and we stopped building cars at the end of 2023, the company was doing very well, very, very well, and making some good money, had some good market share, and profits were coming out of the Brampton assembly plant like you wouldn't believe. And now, since then, and since our Brampton assembly plant hasn't been building cars, the company has taken a hit. The company's market share has taken a hit. Their stock has taken a hit. So I would say we can build quality and we can make money for the company if we just get back to work and do what we do best and build cars.
Vito Beato is president of Unifor Local 1285. Thank you.
Thank you very much.